Good morning, good morning, good morning, or afternoon. It's Ruth Marquis, your favorite realtor. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that lead to quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic: what men want. Hey, Lewis. Good afternoon. He says, good afternoon, Ruth. How are you? What men want the most and the least. I'm gonna just put what men want, dot, 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 period. If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. We love to see your comments. Pin this comment. Boom, we're good. All right. I am ready today. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? He says, men want land and snacks. Land and snacks. Land like real estate? As you know, your favorite realtor can help you. Land, she can help you up in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and now Maryland. Yes, she can. Sure can. All right. So I want you guys, I'm going to ask you guys, but you already answered it. But what do men want the most? What do men want the least? What do men want the most? What do men want the least? All right. Disclaimer. Not that you don't know this, that I am not a man. Hold on. I am not a man. My phone has always been on do not disturb. I'm stay on live. So that's kind of weird to get a call. All right. Can y'all hear me okay? All right. So I said today's topic, right? What men want the most? Today's topic, what men want the most, what men want the least. Okay? What men want. All right. So today is let the men speak, let the men speak, let the men speak. Now, I am not listening. Okay. I am not a man, but from listen. All right, from listening to men, this is what they are saying. And one thing I want to tell women, I am from the school of I will do um, I will do my part to make my partner, the person that I'm with, happy, content, whatever he desires and wants. I know he's doing for me, so I'm gonna do for him. Like I'm from that school of thought, not just he says need to hear. Lewis says need to hear. I'm from that school of thought of I am a reciprocator. Okay, I reciprocate. I'm not, even if you're not even, because sometimes the reciprocation means you're waiting for him to do something first. No, like you set the pace on how you want things to go. So yeah, sometimes you are gonna have to go over. Oh, you can't hear. Oh, okay. You're right. I'm gonna get off. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. No, we're not sure. Don't even think negative, Ruth. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right. Go back to live. My negative mind's gonna be like, that's how the show starts. It's gonna be a hell of a show today. All right, what men want? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it again. We gonna do it again. It still does that. If somebody calls me, it still goes out. Welcome back, Instagram. Okay. What men want? Okay. What men want? Y'all get settled in, settled in, settled in. Hey, Aaliyah. How are you, love? In the comment. Are we good, Instagram? Y'all can hear me okay? Cool, cool, cool. All right. So, what men want the most and what men want the least. Like I said before, I am not a man. So, I am just going by what they telling me. I am going by what I'm learning. See, the thing is, back in the day, like even though, like as for me, I don't want to go in a barbershop to listen to what they talking about. I ain't here in the spot, right? But we would love to be fly on the wall because it don't matter when the woman is around. They ain't talking about the same thing. Come on, we know that, right? But it's when we're not around how y'all must be talking about it. So now, thanks to this beautiful thing called YouTube social media, right? These men is letting it all hang out. Okay. So I'll be watching, I'll be listening, like, sure. Yes. So based off of what men are saying, and some of them men, listen, women, we got it good. Men be tiptoeing. I learned this. Right, man, we swear men be like, oh, y'all hurt our feelings. Y'all say y'all when y'all say certain things, y'all don't really regard our feelings. That's all they do is think about our feelings. They don't say it straight. They don't give it to you raw. They just coddle us like a little baby, like, oh, I don't want to tell her. I don't want to tell her, right? But these men on the internet streets of 2022, yo, one guy you're gonna see, he was going in. He was going in on the women, right? And women, yo, y'all gotta, it's not personal. I don't know why. It's not personal. This is why you don't learn, because you take everything personal. So being as though this is Ruth in relationships, and the women can be mad if they want to, but the learning women are not going to be mad. All you going to do is let them women continue to learn and grow and elevate and continue to be doing well in their relationship because they're open and they're willing to learn. If you're not willing to learn, then you don't even need to be watching stuff like this. This is not for you. This is for open-minded women, open-minded men that want to have a real conversation, that want to build real families. If you all on I'm a boss chick and I could do it, I don't need no man. This ain't for you. That's not this lane. I'm not in that lane. Okay. I can do for my, he says, there we go. Thank you, Lois, for telling me, because I had a phone call. Yes. So you are empowered, woman. You can do it, woman. You can do whatever you want to do. But y'all not gonna see me on no trash truck. I ain't gonna be no astronaut. I don't need to be in history. No, sir, ma'am. Y'all not blowing me to smithereens. There's some things. It's just like, listen, let the men do it, because I don't want to. Okay. Yeah, I got options, and the option is no. They want to do it, let them do it. Okay. So you got to give them a certain level of respect. You got to listen to them. How can you be in a relationship? Women that are acting like they don't need men, and I would wish I would change for a man and all of that stuff. Y'all sound like y'all, no offense, but like a 65-year-old woman would say that. Why would I do that? Like a woman alone with her, like, why would I change for a man? Why would I? Right? And I always didn't want to be like that. I always wanted to make sure whoever I'm be with is going to be happy. So that being said, that's the disclaimer. It's only for people that like relationships, within relationships, not people that want to be, I'm single and I'm gonna stay single forever. I must go and die single. I must go stay. All right, that's not for you. All right, I'm off my rant. All right, what do men want? Okay, what do men want? All right, what men want the most? What do you guys think men want? Lewis said men want. What you said land and something. Now I forgot. I'm sorry. Land and food or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Anybody else wanna step in? Do y'all think y'all know what men want? The question is, okay, besides sex, what do men want the most from the woman that they are with, from their family? What do men want the most? Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all hear this, and I'm gonna give y'all what I think it is. So this one is called King Talk off of Lapeef Network. I finally got a chance to. I always wanted to hear, what men really were thinking, what they're really saying, and unfortunately, when you get to the Let's Talk, I mean, the dynamic is real. Like when women are talking to the men, there's gonna be some women that get along with the men, and some women that every point will argue men down. Every point the men, no, I won't say the men argue the women down. I would say the women are arguing the men down, and it gets all crazy. So when one of the guys came on the show, from the all men cast, it's like more like organized. It's more civilized. That's horrible, right? It's more civilized, okay? The only time the women, like if I'm watching an all women cast, if they complain about men, that's the only time it's civilized. But when they're talking, these men are civilized, and that's why they call it King Talk. I like it. I feel like men, um, they are different personalities. They are different people, so they're all gonna want something different. So it's really good to get a full spectrum of it. It's just to go by what one man says is no, that's not it. Because one man's gonna feel one way about it, and another one's gonna feel another way about it. So it's better to get a collective. But one thing's for sure, men are more alike. I want to say women are not alike, right? But there's so many different varieties of women, right? Like this, like this. Men is a couple categories, okay? They kind of operate the same. Women kind of operate the same too, but there's a couple categories in that too. So you'll see. You'll see. All right, I don't want to give it away. All right, let's see what we got going on.
First, man, based off your experience, what are some signs of
Okay, let me go with what men want the least, okay? The answer to the question of what men want the least is a crazy woman, okay? Because this is a deal breaker. Now, here I come, here I come, here I go. If you've been watching the Ruth and Relationships show, okay? I've dealt with a woman who I thought was my friend. Turned out she had a crush on me and she was crazy. So those things don't mix together. They don't mix together. Okay. And so when they say crazy woman, you can't be like, oh my God, you hurt my feelings. You said crazy. It's crazy people out here. It's people I know that gotta take medicine. There's people I know would dance naked in the window. Like they have episodes. They're having these issues and they have these episodes and they go crazy for a minute. Then you gotta lock them back up. Like it's real stuff out there. But with women, it's like the neuroticism, right? Let me see something. That's what it is. The woman. All right, hold on. Oh, they look. They got some articles. Okay. Yeah, I think ours is a little high. Is it higher? Matter of fact, let me ask them a real good question. Is is neuroticism higher in women? Okay, women have been found to score higher than men on neuroticism based on the Big Five trait level. Because we just gonna sit here and base this on research. Okay, girls are more aware about the negative gender expectations and gender and stereotype gender than boys. Girls also have more negative self-perception and body image than boys. Negative life events may increase neuroticism level amongst girls than boys. Okay. Now, for those who like, and I am a definition person. Okay. When I was younger, every single time so I come across a word, I will look it up. So that's what I do. And when you meet people that make you look up words, that's kind of sexy. I ain't gonna lie. All right. So definition for neuroticism. Um. Oh, this the kind of word that goes straight to the encyclopedia. Give me a regular Google definition, please. OMG. Just give me a definition. Tripping. The encyclopedia says we got we got this right here, Ruth. We got this. Hey Terrell. Hey Lalu, how are you? I see you, Realtor Terrell. Neuroticism. Okay, dictionary.com. There you go. Dictionary.com. He says all about finding out info. Yes, that absolutely. Neurosis. Thank you. You know when a word and then they just give you the same thing. Okay, so I gotta look up neurosis. Hold on, y'all. He says, hello, great one. How are you? Thank you. I am fine. I'm sure you're doing greater than yesterday. Yes, I am. And I hope you are too. Are you? All right. Neurosis is psychoneurosis is a functional disorder. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. A functional disorder in which feelings of anxiety, obsessional thoughts, compulsive acts, and physical complaints without objective evidence of disease that dominate the personality. I'm going to read it again. Psychoneurosis, meaning neuroticism, right? It's a functional, meaning you can move around, but you feel anxious. He said, you bet. Yes. Obsessional. You can feel like obsessed. You ever see some women are obsessed. Some women have a lot of anxiety. Some women are compulsive and they're acting. Some women have physical complaints, but there's no evidence of disease, right? Or another one is a relatively mild personality disorder typified by excessive anxiety or indecision. This is why y'all say we can't agree. We don't know where to eat, right? And a degree of social and interpersonal maladjustment. Social maladjustment. You cannot adjust to what's going on socially or interpersonally. You know, this is the side where it's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, but you're right. Damn it. All right. All right. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Average. Okay, so when you get 80, that means you're going to get up. Okay, I can go down the rabbit hole. But the majority of women have personality traits that are quite distinct from men. Men tend to be more dominant, forceful, and aggressive, and emotionally stable. Women tend to be more sensitive, warm, attentive to others, apprehensive, and apprehensive. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's that. So we figured out what neuroticism really meant. Okay. Some anxiety, some negative emotions. We deal with a lot of negative emotions. And then let me tell you what I had found out. You know, I'm getting back my success podcast and stuff like that. So you know how you wake up. I don't know if men go through this, but women go through this in the morning time. They just wake up with a lot of worry and negative feelings. And do you know it's because of the theta waves? Like when you don't get, like, right before you wake up, you start worrying about stuff. So it is scientifically proven this is what's happening. So it's not like we're crazy. So this is all of my disclaimer before we go into crazy women. Some women have more anxiety than others. It's something that we have to control. It's something that, like, this is why, you know, when men see women doing well financially, or when men see a woman is handling her business, she still needs a man to keep her emotionally stable. Like, one of your biggest jobs is to be her rock. And not to say that she got to throw up all over you and all of that. Just keep her solid. Just keep her thinking in a way of solution oriented and not problem, like looking at all the problems and worrying about a lot of problems. Hey, Chivas, how are you? So, it's important that we, as women, we got to keep our anxiety under control. And as men, you have to understand that that's what we're going through. Now we got the time of the month, we got anxiety. Y'all be missing. Like, we got a lot going on. All right. So with that being said, there's a little crazy in every woman. It's just the anxiety. But this is the crazy women. Here we go. All right. Now I said that all that to say was when that girl was like, when I was like, listen, I can't deal with you no more. She started sending me 54. It went down from 86. 54 part text. It was really like 16 text messages back to back. But I was like, ooh, don't text like that. Like if you text, put as much as you can in one text, please. 2, max 3. But do not be putting 16 parts. It just shows like what is going on with you. Yeah, it's scary. So when men go through this, and I felt bad for them. When I was going through this, I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is flipping out on me. And I was like, she was crazy. And men be dealing with it. And so when you busting windows out of cars and stuff, this is what they think is going on. They think that you're crazy. So you don't want to give them that. I'm not giving them that. I don't understand. Do what you do, bro. It's over. Your punishment is to be without me. Carry on. All right, here we go.
Just right off the.
So these guys gonna talk about crazy women.
Don't do it. Be honest. This is a safe space right now. I think y'all spoke about it.
Wait. I want you to see the hesitation. Okay, I love being in my element. This makes me happy. He says, y'all tell us what do you think makes a woman crazy? Everybody pause like, I don't want to get into this. This is how hesitant men are to talk bad about us. And how fast are we to talk about them? I want y'all to think about that. Say like, look, I just saw a chat. I'll say, is that mine? All right, no.
All right. Sounds fair? Fair game? Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna go with let's go with trailing this one first, man. Based off your experience, what are some signs of a crazy woman? Just right off the.
Did I say don't do it?
Don't do it. Be honest. It's a safe space right now. I think y'all spoke about it earlier, man. Anyway, go ahead. I'm curious.
I would say, man, the first telltale sign of a crazy woman is lack of self-awareness. Like when you dating these chicks, and regardless of how pretty, how good the sex is, or how good that you feel like she thinks she looks, a lot of time it be screws missing, and they have no self-awareness.
Okay. So one, all right. That just shows you the man you want. Now these are, I don't know, they're to some women their financial status like is important, but I don't know. But these are solid men, and this is what he said. No matter how good you look, how good the sex is, it's a few screws missing. Some women think that's all you need to bring. It's not. It's not all you need to bring. Because women are so focused on one person. Some women not. A small majority of them will focus on several, and that's we call the female player, right? Some women only think there's like, oh, okay, when he's with me, he just want me. It's just only one. There's only one person that he wants, but you're negating the fact that when he was single, that he was with multiple people, maybe at the same time, different times, maybe different days, same day. I don't know. You don't know what he was doing. So to be like, oh, all I need to do is have a slice of what he used to have, right? I'm just saying for the guys that's getting it, because y'all want the same guy. Now there's other guys that don't have as much play as some guys, but it's okay. You think that's all you need to do is look good and have good sex, and that's not enough. They're telling you they're looking for more than that, because if you're not self-aware, if you don't know about what you do, because every time, this is why I say you don't blow up the building, right? Don't like the match when you leave, because your ex can tell you some things about you that you needed to know. He can tell you how he really feel. Now you see how they hesitating. Some of these guys don't be saying nothing, but when they do say something, don't be like, oh. A lot of women be like, oh, I heard that before, and They'll be like, I heard that before and I do absolutely nothing about it. They do nothing about it. So being self-aware is knowing where your flaws are, knowing what you could get better at, and actually working on it. You could be self-aware and be like, oh yeah, I know I got a mouth on me, and then do nothing about it. How's that gonna help? But some people don't even know what they do wrong. They're just, I'm all sunshine and flowers. No, it's not true. It's not true. I'm not even sunshine and flowers all the time. Why'd I hit stop screen? Hold on. I see what I gotta do for y'all. I see what I gotta do for y'all. I'll be working. Work. All right, play that. My computer be acting very bougie lately. Did you ever know that you're my computer? You better do what I ask you to do. Oh, 'cause I'm about to give you 2 black eyes. You need to play when I hit you. There we go. Oh, for the love of God, press play. I've been trying to press play 6 times. It ain't me. It's a stupid mouse. There you go. Spacebar, Roof. Old school.
Not getting the right, reinforcement at the crib. So now she just out in the streets kind of lingering or whatever the case may be. But I think just lack of self-awareness. Like, it's women out here that'll make a scene anywhere.
A scene.
Turn a small situation into something big and, have attachment issues to where, you
Stop.
I think we should just kind of chill out. Like, you trying to be cool.
See, the spacebar is more effective. So, wait, y'all dealt with women that... All right, hit me up in the comments if you've seen this later. But y'all dealt with women that make a scene everywhere?
She outside your job.
I'm trying to think if I know people that do that. Yeah, that's a little crazy. And none of these guys is like, word. Like, that's the surprise.
Have attachment issues to where, you tell the chick, hey man, I think we should just kind of chill out. Like, you trying to be grown with her, trying to calm, talk to her calm, and like a switch flip. Next thing you know, she outside your job. She done pulled up to your mama crib because you wasn't answering the phone. That's what I'm saying. Just like no self-awareness. She is more concerned with like getting her point across than dealing with the repercussions of that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like those is the main telltale signs. You should.
So I think Young Miami said that. She's like, oh well, he said he was done, but I was outside his mama house, and I said you ain't leaving until I'm done with you. Ah man, y'all crazy up here. That was so funny. It's funny as a story, but if you're the man in the house, you're like, yo, what is she doing here? Like, y'all ain't never got you ain't got to worry about Ruth rolling up on you for nothing. I'd just be a dumb, duck if I had to, because I'm not rolling up for nothing. What? Okay.
Inquire about how she grew up.
Grab him.
Pay attention to how self-aware
Grab
she
Dave.
is. And number 3, pay attention.
That's not the way. That's gonna hurt him.
That she requires. Somebody that's confident.
Tell Dave to come get him.
Somebody that's level-headed. They don't need you like reinforcing that 100 times a day, 1,000 times a day. We done all met women of all looks in terms of range. She may be gorgeous, a 10, but when she look in that mirror, she see a 3. So now that's gonna be reflected in your relationship. Nope. You leave to go to the gas station. She hitting it. Where you going? Well, it must be some hoes there. It's just like,
yeah. So she's insecure, and some women, they're gorgeous, but they don't believe that they're gorgeous, or they're gorgeous outside, but when they get in the house, they feel like, oh, he gonna leave me because of X, Y, and Z, and they don't hold to that. There's no confidence attached to their pretty. There's no confidence attached to there. Like, listen, not only am I beautiful, I got this going for me, I got that going for me. He can mess up if he wants to. Tell you, mess up if you want to. You will regret it. I ain't gonna do nothing.
Like, this is not necessary. Like, you need too much reinforcement for me. So it's
Right.
those three things, man. I had to,
I got you.
So, ladies, when you be like, babe, you didn't tell me I look good today. They just like, you don't know you look good. Like I think your man should tell you that. Okay. I think your man should tell you look good. I know exactly what the problem is. I got too many things open. This is causing the problem. That's why we're going through it. But I think where the problem starts is when he misses it and he doesn't say you look good today, or that's a new hairstyle, or this and that. Like, you really need that from him. Like, your whole self-esteem is relying on him telling you that. Really? So that's where it gets a little crazy, where it's like, all right, so cool. We got this all closed up. All right. So now. Yeah, it's not. It's a little strange. You know, it's a little strange to need him like every day, to be like, you know how to be like mirror on the wall, and you say, who's the fairest of them all? That's what we want. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what we want. Yeah. Baby, I look good today. Tell me. Knowing that you fine, girl. You know why, guys? You know why women actually prefer that? Let me tell you why.
Swing around 3 times. What you got for us, Rio? What's a telltale sign? Crazy women. Sure.
It's because when we get attention outside.
Kind of touched up on that a little bit. You know, you're not responding, so they're going to take.
When we get attention outside, it bothers us that we didn't hear from the person that matters the most. But as a woman, you got to be confident. You got to be okay with, he's not around, but he still cares about me, and I'm going to be okay if I don't hear somebody boosting my ego today. Okay?
And the energy behind that, you know, is typically unstable. And it puts you in a position to where now you have to kind of go to certain levels in way of your energy in order to bring them down to a normal level. You know what I mean? And it's almost like the toxicity becomes the norm. And next thing you know, you have just
look, I'm shaking his head.
Relationship. You know what I mean, with this individual. And so people who were kind of, if you're typically a level-headed person and you got this person kind of bringing you out of your character, and you can't figure out why it's happening typically.
So this is what, hold on, how many views? When I finally want to see the views, you better move the daggone way. I can't see how many views. But you know what? Like, I want to say something, okay? I want to say that when it comes to the emotional, the arguments, the drama, you get a lot of views on these videos. But when these men are sitting here spitting facts, talking sense, and they're very calm, y'all might think it's boring, but at the same time, like, you gotta sit in class. You gotta learn what you need to learn. You don't gotta do it forever, but you need to learn how to get better in life. This is how you get better, is by listening. And it may seem kind of like, because they're not yelling on top of each other, they're not cussing at each other, and the other show seems more, and oh my gosh, at some point, Jerry Springer got to be over, and you got to get back to real life. You got to know something, put something in your head about relationships. You're not going to get this class at school. There's no relationships class at school. There's only learning from people, and people that are not trying to get, like, you cannot always trust a person that's going to gain something out of whatever y'all got going on. Now, if they're your expert and you pay them for something, then for that reason alone, you pay them and they're your expert and you can trust them because they got experience in that area. But if it was a different lane, you wouldn't even ask them about that question. Don't ask me about a realtor about cars. No, especially not me. I'm not the one. Right? So learn from people that have no dog in the fight, so that way you can get an objective point of view. So far, so good.
There's something going on that other side. I will also say, hold on, we're gonna come back around. I'm gonna go on this one. It's a look, man. I think it's a look. Like, most people don't really gauge into a woman's eyes. A lot of guys walk with their head down. They not maintaining eye contact. Look at a woman. Sometimes, it's not all the time. It's a look. You ever look at somebody and just be like, this motherfucker crazy as hell?
It's just be the look. I just saw it the other week. I was like, yo, there's this crazy stare. It'd be like, I can't explain to you. It'd be like their gaze, they're like, their eyes open a little bit more. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Have y'all ever seen a crazy? You just look at somebody, you can tell they're crazy. Oh gosh, y'all be telling on yourselves on your social media posts. Relax.
You already know.
2 belts in the hallway. Let me go grab them. I got 2 belts. One in the hall. I don't know these songs. Pass me the belt. I got something for you. Pass me the belt. Excuse me. I'm sure the screen. Give me the belt. Bring me the belt, and I'll make a move. But you wanna move? I can make you move. Now I'm getting used to interruptions. You wanna dance? I can make you dance. Yeah. I got a feeling I can't turn it loose. Oh Jesus! Somebody else getting next to you. All right, stop talking in my live. Thank you. Give me a belt. No, you give it to me. All right, go ahead. Go with him. Go. Move that butt. Yeah, you stop moving real quick when I got the butt. Hurry up. Move it. Don't come back over here.
Where you stand out so much that you're doing so much better than everybody else, then you will not know what kind of women is going to want you.
Hold on. I don't really get interested in the screen.
Look, man.
He says, "All right, that's what we want." It's a pretty look.
Sometimes it's not all the time. It's
Oh, some other stuff open.
You ever look at somebody and just be like, "I'm crazy as hell." You already know really that they crazy. Just off the look. It could just be me, man. I don't know. But that's my thoughts, man. Pay attention. Start looking. If you haven't looked already, look at
it's true.
When they talk. Always maintain eye contact with all humans. But once you start doing it enough and you see something happens, then you just this. You can just kind of tell. That's just my opinion. What you got for us, Doc?
No, he's right.
I would say, man, if they off the rip don't like Kevin Samuels.
He the one that said, "You don't like Kevin Samuels."
They're not even listening to what he's saying. He's just automatically upset because he was weak.
That's a hard one. That's most women. That's gonna say most women are crazy.
Women that I've talked to, I was like, okay, I'm asking a question to them about what's wrong with what he said. I just don't like how he said it. Okay, well, what did he say that you disagreed with? But I can't say that I disagree with him.
They agree.
So you're saying that you don't disagree, but you don't want to listen to him because you don't like how he said it. Yeah, you crazy. I don't understand how you can agree, but you still bother just because of how.
I think he's saying, like, if you believe that what Kevin Samuel was saying was the truth, you see the truth and you just be like, but I don't like who said it. I don't like how it was said. So it's like, are you really gonna argue with what some people believe to be the truth? Are you really gonna be like, nah, I'm good on the truth? That's what you're trying to say.
All right, what you got for us, Sharon? Crazy women.
Ricky went crazy.
60 seconds. 60 seconds. I can do it in 30. Ignore, avoid, say thanks, but no thanks to anybody who's coming to you talking about their problems.
Oh.
If anybody, especially earlier on, they're telling you about their problems, they rent, they car, they cousins tripping, they mamas, her and her dad don't get along, or her co-workers doing this, that, and the other, and that shit has got to stop. And she got to go to HR to explain about what. Boy, them motherfuckers like a plague, man. That is the start of the ending for you guys. You want to find happy people in all aspects. Anybody that's coming to you, the only thing that somebody can complain about is some sort of level up that they're doing. Like, I got to study.
Wait, before he goes there, if it were not for what we do here at Ruth and Relationship Show, I mean, it falls into complaining, complaining about life, you're supposed to get to know somebody and you sit here complaining about things, and it's just something that women are not aware that they're doing, or that it's a bad thing. So how you gonna get to know somebody through their problems or, through whatever they're going through? As a functioning adult, you got to take care of yourself. And we have a mindset now, like if I'm with somebody, they got to pay my rent, they got to pay my car, they got to pay all of these things. And it's just like, where did we get that from? And of course those who benefit are going to think I'm crazy, but at the same time, it's like, that's not even sustainable. Like that person has to pay their own bills and their own rent and their own mortgage and their own car notes and whatever that they got going on. But you just feel like because they had the privilege to be around you, then the privilege to be around you, then they owe you something. And when you going into the relationship as you owe me something, you're like, gimme, 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 gimme. You lucky you get to give me this. And it's all entitlement. That's how we sound. That's what it looks like. And they gotta stop because it's holding you back. It's holding you back. Of course, if you could actually make it into the relationship and y'all can actually get married, you wouldn't have the same set of problems, would you? Would you be complaining about some rent if you're married? No. Would you be complaining about your car note? Maybe. Depends on how y'all split up the bills. But what I'm saying is, you can't even get that far because you're so I deserve and I demand because I'm a 10. I need to get this paid and that paid and that paid. And there's some girls that this is how they live. But you can't live like that forever. It's going to run out one day. And you got to do something for the money. So you got to do a little something strange for the change, honey. That's why I don't take money. No. Don't fall for the bait.
Master this final exam. Or I gotta, because I'm getting ready to pass the bar and I've been studying to pass the bar. Some shit like that. Or maybe, I got a huge operation tomorrow and I gotta make sure everybody's coordinated. But just raise basic problems and shit. Avoid people that come to you with life problems. And because it gets worse. What you're hearing now is the tip of the iceberg. That's the tip of the spear. You want to find people that's happy all the way around. So,
good luck with that. You hear everybody else quiet, like, nah, your woman is talking. She talking about all her problems. I think what he's saying is, when you're dating somebody, you just got to know this person. How they know all your business already? How they know everything? Like, something happened where it's like, you know what? I started placing boundaries and I was just like, look, I don't even want to go there anymore. Because some people, they want to know, I want to know. And then, boop, I judge you. And it's like, no. Get to know who I am today. Don't judge me based off the lady that was yesterday. Get to know me. And then be like, okay, a little piece here and a little piece there, not everything all at once. You know what I mean? So I think when you're dating somebody, when you're getting to know them, keep them out of all the drama. Life is drama. Life is drama. But at the same time, they're men, so they can hold their stuff to themselves. And women, we gotta find a way to let it out, or we're gonna implode, baby. Like, it's real. So you want her to talk to her friends about it or talk to you? Because her friends gonna tell her some other stuff. And they might not give her the best advice all the time, especially when it comes to relationships. But talking to you, you might actually have a solution. She might be able to ask you a question. But women don't dump.
Tiles on her windows instead of blinds or curtains. Or tiles on her windows instead of blinds or curtains.
Wait. What's the first thing you say?
You want to find people that's happy all the way around. So I think I went 45 seconds. A little longer, but Ricky gonna keep it 1,000 out. Go ahead, Ricky. Oh man, if she got sheets or tiles on her windows instead of blinds or curtains.
Could be funny.
Damn, that's the naked truth. Trill.
I would say lack of regard for repercussions and consequences. You got chicks out here, bro. You say, man, I'm gonna call the police. I don't give a damn call. She gonna act a fool anyway. Like, just no regard for what the consequences of this situation.
Can you imagine? You say, I'm gonna call the police on you. I don't give a damn if you call. It's just something that some of them say, but some of them mean it. You can see it in her eyes. She mean it. The fact that he have to say, I'm gonna call the police on you, you already acting up. Y'all be acting bad.
This is kind of, almost a piggyback. I think what Shan was getting at a little bit there was, if she doesn't get along with anybody, right, and you and her are starting to have disagreements and you are the problem, there's a good chance she's never going to see the part she plays in any of these conflicts. You know what I mean?
Right in the wrong world.
He said the only one right in the wrong world. So when you, hey, how are you? Simply, was it Dippy? Hey, how are you? So women, as we can't be like, oh my gosh, everybody. No, have you ever heard a guy? Let me flip it for you, ladies. Have you ever heard a guy say, everybody on the job out to get me, like nobody likes me? Don't he sound crazy? So what they're saying is we sound crazy when everybody's always a problem and not us. You never acknowledge what you do wrong. And they just looking at you like, oh, so you're really not gonna, oh, really? So y'all broke up, but it's never your fault. You never did nothing wrong. That kind of thing. That's what makes us look crazy.
I'm gonna say this.
Hey, is that Tim?
A woman that's overly nice in the beginning. Overly nice. I'm talking about like, damn, I ain't never seen this shit before.
This one he got me.
That sound like them Herbalife. They be hella overly nice.
No, I'm talking about women that's in their femininity, so to speak, as we say.
All my Herbalife friends
they just seem like they just like really submissive. They on point.
You mean like a caffeinated, perky type of nice?
I'm just talking about a woman that's really into you, right? She really into you, and she's trying to right off the top. She just wants to be very submissive. I just want to cater to you. I rub your back, do everything.
That's a red flag.
That's what he calls.
I see what he's talking about. He's talking about overindulgence. It's
Right.
just like a car salesman. Like we've not been around certain car salesmen you run up to, he gonna give you the spiel and you like, bro, you can buy it if you want, whatever. There's other ones be super nice. They get to asking about your family. Hey, how your wife doing? How the kids doing? No, goddamn way you don't give a damn about that, bro. You're just doing too much. And that's what he's talking about.
He's talking about women that they do too much, but then they switch up later because nothing wrong with you being feminine and nice and all of that. Well, I think he's talking about the representative and all of that. So yeah, that we caught it on that. Wait, I wanted to get to the other part. Hold on.
You couldn't even hold it in long enough to fool me.
Absolutely not. You know what I mean? So we got to acknowledge that. That's kind of crazy.
I got the last one, bro.
We're talking about crazy.
Got no hair. She constantly trying to put it in a ponytail.
He said she got no hair. Always trying to put in a ponytail. He meant.
I'll tell you what, though.
He said, "How do you? What's the red flag for a woman that's crazy?"
Says, I'm not perfect, but you never admit to anything specific that she's doing wrong. Because women do that all the time. Oh, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But you never admit admitting.
We don't admit. We don't say sorry, and it's like some of us, and that's why we try to say, all right, I was tripping, or I was wrong, or I could have been more patient, or and men, it's not for nothing. They will see it and they will acknowledge it and they will take a mental note that you're understanding and that you can at least be self-aware of what you're doing. And that's going to go a long way versus, oh, I never do nothing wrong and you can't catch me and you can't put it on. Like just because he doesn't tell you that what you do wrong, or he say doesn't mean he don't see it. It don't mean he can't see that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that he can't see you're crazy. He just not saying nothing to you about it. Men are not that vocal. Like when some things are going wrong, like when things not right, oh baby, we gonna tell you. Wave your hand if you know what I mean. We are going to tell you if something's not right. If we're not feeling a certain type of way, if our feelings get hurt. But men, they just kind of keep it all to themselves, and that's the trouble. That's where it gets scary. And it will come out in time, at the right time, but it's not like something like, oh, I gotta address this right now. They're not doing that. You see what I'm saying? They're not doing that. And sometimes they need to. Sometimes they need to say, this was, let me catch you right when you do it. Because women, wait, if women are not admitting to their mistakes, you gotta have to amend. You're gonna have to call her out on the spot. That's the only way to deal with that. How else are you gonna get it? How else? Huh? How you gonna catch? How you gonna catch her doing it? How you gonna get her to admit? You know what? I did do it. And what we gonna do? Some of us is gonna be like, nah. Even though you caught me, I ain't saying sorry. She said, how long should you wait before moving in with a man? I would say, for me, why? Okay, so what happens when you move in with the man? Do you have a child with him? Because the second you move in, well, let me say what happened to me. The second you move in with the person and you're fertile, like there's a potential to be having a baby there because there's going to be nonstop access, if you know what I'm saying. So, are you prepared, or do you want to have a baby before marriage, or do you want to have marriage before a baby? It's best to have a baby before marriage, a baby in the marriage, so that the two-parent household thing could go on and all of that good stuff. So it's like you're not requiring marriage. So when you don't require marriage, then you move in together, you end up having a baby. When y'all break up, he move out, that's the end. But if you require marriage, if you're at least engaged to him and you move in, then y'all are working to build a solid foundation towards a marriage. But if you're not, like, maybe you don't want to get married, so that's a different thing. But if you want to get married, the best thing to do is, if y'all engaged, then go ahead and get married. But he got to do what he got to do. If you just keep giving in and doing things ahead of time, like we do things ahead of time and then we wait forever for them to catch up. So we have to give them time. The benefits of marriage is when y'all living together. Why give up that benefit if you don't have a ring? Why? Now you're gonna be cooking and cleaning and being mad and all of that other stuff or whatever. And that's not what you want to do. So that's what I would say for that. If you want to do it the grown and sexy way, that's fine. If you want to jump and do things just because you never did it before, go have your experience. But when you have a baby and then they calling you a single mother and all that stuff, I don't know if you have kids, but they're being mean to the single mothers nowadays. I'm just trying to catch you before you go there. All right. Is it normal that your relationship causes you anxiety? I'm glad you said that, because when we started it, we just were talking about this topic. Women are higher in anxiety. We're in psychoneurosis, it's called. So we have neurotic behavior. We will be anxious. We will be depressed more than men automatically. So either whatever we dealt with as a child. Oh my God. Oh, that's the doctor's office. That's why. Can y'all still hear me? Oh, they were calling me back. I hope she don't call me again. Can you still hear me, guys? Hey, Tony, how are you? Hey, Wale. Your relationship should not be causing. It depends on what he's doing or what's happening in the relationship. Okay, good. Thank you. We can hear me. Okay. So yeah. So what is it? What is it? Because okay, let me give you this. You can have a beautiful relationship and you still have anxiety. He says, hi, dear. Hello, how are you? You can still have anxiety because it's on you as the woman. That makes sense? You have to control where your thinking is going, because this right here is a dangerous place to be when you're a woman. Now, if he's cheating on you, if he's doing certain things to make you feel a certain type of way, to make you feel insecure, that's different. But automatic from the top, from a strong. I'm strong with mine, right? But it can still cause anxiety because when you're not sure where you stand, it's gonna make you anxious if that makes sense. So I would, without having further details, that's what I would tell you, that it's normal to have anxiety as a woman. We have anxiety about everything else. We have anxiety about, like, if I take a different route, a different mode of transportation, I'm a little anxious. If I got a test I never took before, I'll be a little anxious. But we have to know how to self-soothe and how to calm ourselves down, right? And then we can, once you calm yourself down, you deal with your issues. Maybe if he does something, it may be related to what happened to you as a child, and you deal with all those issues, then you'll get used to it. You'll get used to certain things. And you're like, oh, that's nothing. And I'm confident that, like, because for me, it's like, if you don't appreciate what you have, when you don't have it anymore, that is your punishment. That is it. I don't got nothing to do with none of that. Whatever life is about to give you. So I'm not going to stress you out. I'm not going to go on your phone. I'm not going to think you're cheating every 5 minutes. I'm going to just live my life, be good to you. And then whatever you give me back, that's whatever it's going to be. From there, we'll work on it. And that's it. So you have to be confident. The most confident woman wins. The most confident woman wins. Oh, okay. I'm not the one for you. Great. Move on next. Okay, great. Next. If you feel like I'm not right for you, please let me know. Please, I always say that. Please let me know. You are going to save me days, months, and years. I appreciate it. Thank you. No hard feelings. Not going to bust no windows out no car. Not going to cuss you or your mama out. We're moving on because we're grown around here. We got stuff to do. That moves you out of the way for something better. If you're not it and I think you're great, then better must be coming. And that's on God. God said it. All right. Do you guys agree? All right, let's go back to the Are we done with crazy women?
Never admitting to anything specific in the relationship that he does wrong.
But thank you, Simply.
After the first time she give you head and she ain't got no gag reflex.
Oh no, he is a mess. I don't know what he's talking about today. He on one.
I'm gonna end it with this one. Somebody that just show crazy so early and they don't even realize that they're showing it early. I had to tell somebody. I said, look, I'll be cordial with you, but like, do you really think that when you did X, Y, and Z, that this was gonna be okay? Like, you really thought that I wasn't gonna think that this shit was fucking straight?
So this is why you have to control your anxiety, because your anxiety is going to, when we looked it up, it says you're going to have compulsive behavior. That means you're going to get up and you're going to do some stuff that you wasn't even planning on doing. And now Lapeef over here looking at you like you're crazy. And you can't take it back, ladies. We got to really understand that we cannot take back our behavior. We can't take back history. Once you do it, it's done. So if you feel like you're about to go off, or if you feel like you're about to lose your mind, go take a breather, go live your life, and then come back and revisit. Because whatever you do, if you depend on how much you like that person, it's going to be written in stone. And that's real life. And men are not forgiving like that. Like, they're not going to, especially they don't know you. Now, if they love you, that's different. But they got to get to that point. Shoot, man love you, he'll take a lot of crap. Unfortunately, they endure the most for the women they love. But if they're just meeting you, honey baby, he can get rid of you fast. And it's the same thing with women. If you see there's red flags, get rid of them fast before you get stuck on him, before you get attached to him. If there's red flags with a woman, get rid of her. Y'all seem to know how to do that quick. No, sometimes they don't, because they get stuck on the sex. But get rid of her before there's attachment. All right? We're talking about the crazy women. What men don't like the most is, what men like the least is a crazy woman. And there are crazy women out there. It may not be you, but that doesn't mean that you can't learn what not to do. This is a smart move, ladies. This is a smart move to learn from the men. Smart move. I'm telling you.
Even hold it in long enough to fool me.
Right.
And they still persistent to still try to
because that anxiety took
over.
over.
Think this shit is okay.
Right.
That's that crazy shit right there.
Right.
And within, like, I kid you not, it might have been a day later, something like that. They was in that motherfucker going crazy.
Now, let me give you an example of what they might think is crazy, but this is a good one. All right, for example, if you text somebody and then right away you call them, right? It might be a good reason why you do it. But that person can tell, like, well, why did you, what's going on? Or if you do it at one time, fine. But if you do it all the time, that's another problem. Now, another one that I've heard is you text a guy and he tell you, oh, he with his friends or whatever, and then you FaceTime him to verify. What the hell be wrong with y'all? That's a young girl move. What? You FaceTiming him? Because we didn't have FaceTime back in the day. I ain't young, but I ain't old either. We didn't have that. So why are you FaceTiming to me? Like, you need permission for FaceTime? You had to be ready. That's why asking somebody to take their picture, post on the internet. No, you don't just FaceTime people all willy-nilly. But I noticed I had a younger realtor, like a guy, he was FaceTiming me. I'm like, bro, I am not your sister. Like, call me like a regular. Please. That's a little invasive. So they FaceTime to check on the guy to see if he's doing what he's supposed to do. Now, this is something I heard because I don't know nothing about these things in these streets. She says, are there small deal breakers a reason not to give a guy a chance? Like if you don't like smoking? All right. I can only do like the specific ones. All right. So smoking and my stance on smoking. Okay. Because if you black, okay, my friend, there's a one thing you need to know. Black men is going to smoke them some weed. They gonna smoke some weed. They gonna smoke a cigarette. They gonna smoke a cigar. Like only people that don't go to church or something don't smoke something. They gonna vape. Even the church guys be smoking. Okay, so when you're young, every little thing is gonna bother you. Like, ew, that's annoying. That's annoying. But you know, you could be in a long-term relationship. Like it was like y'all get a house, you smoke in a basement. Like, you know, certain things, or you smoke at a different time, or you smoke outside or whatever, as long as he's willing to work with you. Now, what I don't like is when you smoke, there's kids around and you feel like it's okay to just smoke in front of the kids. And now I'm pissed. That's a deal breaker for me because you are not considerate. So if you're not a considerate person and you smoke, that's a problem. But if you smoke and it's like something like a cigar, I don't mind cigar smell. So like cigarettes, I don't like his cigarette smoker. But one thing I tell you about these men, they say they don't like when women smoke cigarettes. I was like, y'all ain't y'all about a hypocrite? They do not like when women smoke cigarettes. Like, oh, that cigarette, and they be weed smokers that say they don't like cigarettes. I don't know what y'all be thinking in y'all head, guys, but y'all do that. It's funny. Deal breakers to not give a guy a chance. If I see that you're spending time with another female, and it's not like you know, there's a reason why. Like you have a child with that person, then y'all have to deal with the child. Okay. But if you're taking trips with women, that's a deal breaker for me. Like that's stupid. Like I don't care what the reason is, that's not gonna work. A deal breaker if you cheat. A deal breaker is if you're like if I see one of my deal breakers that might be small to it seem like it's small to me. If you're all on my case about every little thing, like there's some men, they're attentive, but then they're too attentive where they're like trying to control you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got yelled at for wearing heels. Oh, you shouldn't wear heels no more. Like, why you walking like that? Why you walking funny? The neuroticism that we were talking about, he had that. And I was like, oh, he got mental health issues. He crazy. That's what it is. So the same thing I like as the same thing I hated. I was like, I can't deal with you. He had crazy road rage. It was a mess. I was just like, bro, it's too much. I don't like people stressing me out because I'm not. Now, if I was a woman that was going to nitpick you, then that would be okay. It would be fair. But I'm not a nitpicker. I'm chilling. I'm laid back. So if you're gonna go and do all that to me, it's not fair to me. Like, you have to know your value and your worth. And once you know your value and your worth, then you're not gonna allow this person to take away your peace. A person that's always disrupting my peace, that's another deal breaker. Like, what is the problem? Why are you so stressed all the time? You know what I mean? I love when men can go do what they do, come back to me, and have a good attitude. That is precious. That is gold. You know what I mean? So when you can do that, I can do that. I know now to come to you correct. That's what leadership looks like. I'm not coming to you all, you know what I mean? And that's what they do. Some of them, they always like on 10. I can't do that. And women, we see that as a sign of aggression. Yeah, good question. Small deal breaker. So yeah, that would be a small deal breaker. But smoking for me, it's like it depends on who this person is. Like, and guys be saying that too. That's like, it depends on the woman. Depends on the woman. Like, they're like, if she a hell of a woman, then I'm gonna forgive a couple things. And that's how we gotta be. We gotta be like, he has good character. You can keep the questions coming. If he has good character, if he has, he's a hard worker, you don't throw him away because he smokes cigarettes. No. Mm-mm. That's like saying there's so many, yeah, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but if all of them got a disease and just a couple good ones, I just want a couple good ones. Just want one. Is it normal for sex to die down in a relationship after a year of dating? As a woman, it's a red flag. It's a red flag because men are gonna want what they want. Okay, it's a red flag because maybe are you walking around cute all the time? See, we play a part in this thing. She said, "Oh damn, haha, yes, we play a part." See, when I was married back in the day and the sex died down, I was like, "Oh, oh hell no!" That's how you know when something's going on. You see what I'm saying? So I would pay attention, keep my eyes open, and start being real extra cute. It ain't gonna hurt to be extra cute. You know why? Because either he's gonna come back to you and it's gonna be back on, or if he ignores you and you extra cute, he's definitely cheating. I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. He's definitely cheating. Like, you looking amazing all the time. Sometimes when we get a year in, we fall off. We stop doing what we did in the beginning. Do you do what you do in the beginning? Is everything exactly the same as the beginning? Or are you just in your slides, your furry slides? You know what I mean? Like, we get so comfortable, and I make a mental note. Don't get comfortable, Ruth. Whatever you set this up, Ruth. You want to be all cute all the time. You had to keep it up forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Yep, forever. He says, but what if you're always extra cute? He just sitting watching TV shows all day. If you're always extra cute and he's watching TV shows, he may not just want to he don't want to spend money to go out. So you do cute little activities with him. You can keep the spark going in your relationship. TV shows all day, LOL. How old is he? I wonder. He should be working. He should be out there working. That would be the red flag. The fact that you watching TV is the red flag. The fact that, I mean, you can watch TV, but me, I like hard workers. I like guys that work. Don't have no time for me. I'm cool with that. But make sure you at work. Make sure you're keeping it right. Because I work a lot. So that works for me. But yeah, I would say that have little picnics, go to the park, like, let's do this, let's do that. Try to get him in the going out and keeping the romance thing. He's in his 30s. After he works, he comes home and watch TV shows after. Yes, men need their time apart. I'm glad you explained it a little bit more. When he comes from work, he handled his business. He needs time to recharge. Don't bother him. Don't mess with him. Don't touch nothing. They said the man wants you to know. They say the men want to know that you're here, but you're not all up in here. You know what I mean? But if whatever you require, whatever y'all come to the agreement with, right? Have a talk with him and say, hey, babe, I'm having these, these issues. Like, I want to, not issues, but I have a request. Let's go out once a week or twice a week, or and so that way you leave him alone for the whole week, and then you get your one night where y'all go spend money, and the one night where y'all don't spend money, and that's it. Like, I don't see what else he would say. But yeah, if you and then if y'all not living together, make sure you're not there a lot. Yeah, that one there. Don't be there too much. If you there all the time and you talking about moving in and all that, if you're there all the time, then you got to let him miss you. Let him miss you. Don't make him your whole world. Go find things, go do things, still have time for him, but make him miss you. Does that make sense? Let's see what's your first name. D. Okay. Simply. All right. That makes sense, D? Yeah, I mean, it happens. Like, it falls off, but you can always get it back. And we have to make it our job to keep the spark going, communicate, let him know he ain't trying to spend money, but maybe you could buy him something for every once in a while. You pay for the date. Maybe that's what it is. Shoot, they're like, I put a year in. I ain't got to do nothing else. And you got to go back to those times go back and remember what he's done and try to go reciprocate and try to match what he's done and step your game up, and don't pay him no mind. Step your game up and then see how he feels after you like treating him good, you cater to him, you do things for him and make him see your value, and see how he acts from there. Because sometimes as women, we like to put it all on the man. He need to do this. He not this and that. And when I said the girls were saying how they FaceTime him to approve his activity, when we say he's watching TV, he's playing video games, that's like we're trying to approve what his activity is. But that's whatever he needs to, that's what he needs to do to relax, because he got to go face the world, come back, handle his business. He needs to recharge, be a man, and come back to you, with a good attitude. He says, I'm usually the one coming up with the ideas of where to go, what to do, LOL. Do you pay for the date? He's like, that's all fine and dandy. That's all fine and dandy that you want to pick where we're going, honey, but I still gotta pay. So try to do something, just switch it up and pay for some dates. When a man, Lewis says, when a man knows he's a keeper, that's when the special treatment comes in. Just be compatible. Yeah, just be compatible. Let it be your turn. Like, you know what, honey? Like, you always take me out. Let me start buying you stuff. Let me take you out on a date. If he put in a whole year of good effort, then don't be too hard on them. Don't be too hard on them. Don't stress them out. But really try to see what other things can I do? How can I be encouraging, positive to him? She said she's a keeper. Aw. When a man know he has a keeper. Oh, okay. That's when the special treatment comes in. So you're saying, okay, yeah. He's saying, Lewis is saying you're a keeper. So don't even stress too much. But yeah, like I said, you can try to match his energy. Men should initiate as part of our makeup. But men do initiate in the beginning. Now, I'm not saying like women should pay for everything. I'm just saying when we start reciprocating, they be throwing off. They be like, oh, you pay for me? What? Don't you agree, Lewis? Has a woman paid for y'all date before? And how did you feel about it? I want to know. Yeah. Men should initiate as part of our makeup, yeah. Yeah, but it dies down. All right, so let's move on. This was the great crazy woman.
Yelling, crying, out of breath.
He says choices. True, when she offered in DC, it was a shock. Wait, but you said she offered. Did you let her pay? Exactly. See, it was a shock. I said shock them. I feel like if you feel like that thing is dead, you shock it. That's all I'm saying is do things to shock them. Do things differently. If it's not enough, you initiate. All right, you start making it fun, and you start, you know what I mean, and then be like, all right, babe, you saw what I've been doing lately. Like, I would like you to. He said, nah, you didn't let her pay. That's on you. Joke's on you. She probably really was gonna pay, Louis. She probably really was gonna pay. Y'all be messing it up. Y'all be messing it up for yourself. So when she don't offer no more, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Yeah. So at least offer to pay, like we talk about Louis. All right, D. I hope that helps, D. But yeah, just keep try to do new things, exciting things, and that's gonna make you fun. He said, but she got 1,000 cool points though. Yes, exactly. See, get your cool points up, sis. That's all I'm saying. Don't be listen. Don't be the only one, because I like the shock factor. Don't be the only one. She said it helps. Thank you. Thank you. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Thank you. I appreciate my exclamation point. Don't be the only one that like sit back, because that's what they do. They like, even in sex, can't just sit back there. Like, you got to put in work in everything you do in a relationship. And you start, maybe he likes if he wants the place tidier, or well, you're not living together, but whatever little thing. Like, the thing about women, we have to study our man to be like, what does he need? Like, what can I do? What is the gap? What is the void? And how do I fill it? So you don't be doing random stuff. You just study him and see what he needs and listen to him. Women, we don't do that. So they're going to be shocked. Like, oh my gosh, she listened. She helped. She's doing this. She's doing that. She said, is there a point in time in a new relationship where you have to schedule sex with your boyfriend? Never schedule sex. You could be like, y'all could agree on how many times a week, but don't schedule it, because they don't like that. Unfortunately, I tried. I was like, can I just Monday? Because I want to know when it's coming. Like, I want to know when it's coming. So what I would have done back in the day, I'd have been like, look, let me get this out the way for the week. Let me get it out the way for the week, okay? So you just gotta figure out, like, if we're for y'all had that conversation, but like, look, how many times does it take for you to be drained, right? If we're being real, how many times? I thought that was so interesting, and I was like, yo, you really could talk to people about anything when y'all real cool. If you could say how many times and you could give him that number, you done. Like, that's it. You happy, he happy. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? So you're happy and he's happy, but you got to know what makes him happy. So you got to study him some more. Don't look at the bad stuff. Just look at all the good stuff he does. Sometimes we just look at the stuff that we don't like, but we need to look at what he actually does. I know, like, if I tell a girlfriend XYZ, this happened, this and that, they'll say it's not enough. And I'm like, no, but you're not considering the person, considering this person's schedule, considering all the stuff they got going on. This is effort to him. And compared to another dude, this is not even a scratch. Why? Because that other dude was unemployed. You know what I'm saying? Quiet room. I ain't talking about me. I'm just talking about who I'm talking about. All right. So let's finish up this crazy.
Breath up and down. I said, this is real life crazy right here. This is why you single.
Mm-hmm.
If you showing this shit that goddamn early, I'm talking about nuts.
So meaning some women are single because they got mental health issues. And the man found out.
Stalker when I was young was crazy, but this motherfucker mashed up. I'm like, this shit is.
You can't lose it. Like, you gotta keep your cool at all times, ladies. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to be like, and you think whatever happens between you and this guy, look, it's on a show. I can't tell you, 10,000 people probably watch this joint. Your behavior is right there. If they knew who you were, ma'am, you'd be blackballed.
This is like, I need medicine type crazy.
All right, let me move on to what men want the most.
Men are gonna marry the 6. I'm grabbing the 6. They're gonna make.
But it's a good one.
Base their dating.
Oh man.
Success on possibility and not probability.
Can you hear me?
Also, who they get to smash them.
Wait, say that again.
And also who smash them. So, like, for example.
Oh yeah, because they take smashing and they equate that with just relationship.
Yes. So if a dude that's like an 8,
he said, "Oh, that's cute in his face."
Smash them. They be like, I see where I'm at.
And that's why a lot of them always, and humble that, that's why a lot of them always be like, yeah, you know what, I'm dealing with some guys that, like, no, you see, you getting dealing with
and seriously courting you for marriage with mixed up. He'll hit it. Yeah, he'll hit it. He'll check in when he's in town, but you getting it all mixed up. So no, they think they can get anything they want.
They were saying how women are delusional.
Most women in the chat, whether they want to admit it or not, believe that they are qualified
for any man
that they should know that they're not qualified for.
Right.
Unfortunately, true. I don't think that they actually consciously realize it.
I don't think I'm qualified for every man.
I think they really believe that shit.
So
I don't think that they're hoping. I don't think that they believe.
Okay,
you know what? I'm
good.
not really.
Thank you.
I don't really qualify for that, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. I don't think that that's the train of thought. I think the train of thought is truly, of course, the fuck. Yes,
Right.
I believe that, and they believe it in their heart.
That was a good point.
Go ahead, Rio.
So I guess too, one of the things I'm thinking about is if they don't date what they qualify for, what are we willing to accept?
All right, now
Right.
here's a good
And
one.
what's our
Men would rather date. They say would you rather date a 9 that that has lost her marbles, or a 6 that is well-rounded? Check it out. I had to add this.
our standard? Like, I'll just throw this out there. One of the things I started thinking about was, okay, if we got a perfectly normal 6, I mean, she's a solid 6, nothing more, nothing less,
above average. Okay,
but well-rounded in every
Hey,
other
basketball
category.
mom.
And then we got a 9 that's out of her mind sometimes.
Mhm.
Who are we? You know what I mean, we wrong with it.
They
I'm
laughing.
grabbing a 6.
6 all day, bro.
Men are gonna marry the 6.
I'm grabbing a 6.
They're gonna marry the 6.
It's like I said before, bro. Like it's. I like to equate it with the money situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like most pretty women got fucking issues, bro. That's just the truth. That's just the goddamn truth, right? A lot of times, your heart cannot handle what your eyes like. That's just the honest to goddamn truth.
So I'm a pretty woman, and I don't take offense to this because I know what they're talking about. A lot of times, y'all can't see. A lot of times, the men are complaining about these girls that's cheating on them. But when you look at the girl, you be like, "That was your ex? Oh gosh, what did you think she was going to do? You was flashing money at her. You was buying her all types of gifts, and she was younger. She was fine." And then you surprised, right? And this literally happened to. I'm like, yo, sir, you can't be telling people how nice your car is, sir. I was like, you got the right one because I don't care. So I was like, you got to stop going for these women that they just see you as something for right now because you throwing money at them, and you're like, oh, I know what she want. Women want money. And then that's why you get cheated on, or that's how you get used up. Oh, he was mad because I guess the women don't even come just alone. They're like, oh, I got a cousin too, a sister too. Sorry, it's not funny. I was like, you better not give nobody else no money. Cut it out, sir.
Baddest ones usually, y'all, man, come on, man. The baddest ones has the nastiest houses, the stinkiest attitudes, bro.
Look at their face. They felt that in their soul.
It's rare when you get a bad one that's well-rounded, bro. It's rare. It's rare. That's like a unicorn with a diamond stuck up his ass.
That's single still? That ain't already wifed up?
Yeah, I was already
You
wifed up.
already got her, bro.
Let's see it. They already knocked me out. I was already wifed up.
Right? That's just the honest to God truth of it, man. But like I said,
I don't got the
y'all
card
want
out.
what y'all can't have, and that's the goddamn problem. That's the real problem, man. Like, y'all call it settling. Like somebody selling for your naked ass too.
Talk about the guy.
Like, it's crazy. I'm gonna go off on the ring, y'all. I'm gonna have to apologize.
And let me go back there.
I DJ weddings on.
Oh, this was
weekend,
good.
right?
Oh, this is so good.
So they did like 4 DJs. I did got
This
divorced
is why I do the
sentences.
show.
Yeah,
Listen, listen, y'all, listen.
all these couples, young white couples, I'm talking 23, 24, 26, 27, building family early, right? No whole phase, no, I'm out here trying to find myself. Families locked in, and you know what these families talking about at these weddings? Business.
What you building?
The one wedding I did this week. The husband's side, his family was German, right? Over here talking about bringing their business to America and start now that they have a family that they can build with.
That's beautiful.
But you don't want to settle for nobody.
Well, Black people got to get on with settling and find somebody that you can build a life with, okay?
At the same time, Kim K probably did it well because, for example,
okay, here we go.
Case may be. So for me, in relationships, I've never had a woman that didn't appreciate me.
So when I got all right, so there was two things into our title. What men want the least is a crazy woman. What men want the most in relationships is gratitude. Ding. I discovered something for y'all. Men want gratitude. So now that Father's Day has passed and they only got a sock or a wallet or something stupid, they a little upset. Or if you buy them a tool, they see it as, oh, I want you to fix something. We thinking like, oh, he want a new tool. That's like getting a maker like a new apron. Are you kidding me? Like, see, you got to flip it. So men want gratitude. They want to know that their efforts are appreciated. They want to know that you when they go out to work, see what before we went to work as women, they were working, right? So this need never changes. They still want to know that we appreciate them. They want to know that we are grateful for what they have done. And now, and if you listen to the guys, they say a lot of times when they're taking you out on dates, and this is how it's all set up. That's like saying in real estate, it's all set up so the buyer can have a great experience. The seller's paying a commission. The seller's paying concession. The seller's fixing the property. The seller's doing a lot of stuff. The seller pays for an agent to negotiate against them with they're paying somebody to take money out of their pocket pretty much, right? That's what a buyer's agent does. Well, we actually make sure it goes well, depending on what side I'm on. I might be either one, right? She says, you are a gem. Really great advice here. Thank you, D. I appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Ruth Marquise is the channel. I need subs. Thank you. And tell your friends. Thank you, love. I'm here every day. So 11:30 usually. So it's so important that we show the gratitude. And that's what I was telling you earlier, D, that if you can show him gratitude, like when nothing's going on, and you can show him, make his favorite dish or something to be like, I appreciate you actually being here. I appreciate our relationship. I'm grateful for what you already do. You know what that does to a man, honey? You just put the battery in his backpack, all right? And he's gonna go even harder and work even more and do even more for you. So when Lewis says, she said the live keeps lagging, pausing. I'm sorry. This is the internet. Hold on one second. Nope. I wonder if I hope I didn't knock it out. All right, I just turned the internet on and off. Hopefully that works. Hopefully it goes smoothly now. So if we're showing how grateful we are to them, and the guys went on and on to tell you, I'm about to wrap up. So they went on and said their grandfathers, their fathers, they were like, oh, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. It's all good. Just like Lewis said, he's like, oh, I appreciate you offering me, but I don't need to accept it. This is what the men were taught. But the other part is the resentment of people not appreciating them. They have to work for the rest of their lives. Women, we take a break, have a baby or 2 or 3 or 4, okay? And we have the option of not having to jump back in and doing this and doing that, or taking a couple weeks off, and they gotta work for the rest of their lives until retirement, right? And they want to know that they're appreciated, that you understand how hard it is to be a man. And even though you work, see, the thing is, we say, I work, you work, but then he's spending his money on the family. Are you spending your money on the family? So you can't say, well, I work as much as him. I'm not giving him no gratitude. I don't got time for that. But he's spending money on you. He's taking you places. I'm talking to all the women. He's doing things for you that he shouldn't do. And then think about it. Not only you, his children, his mother, his father, whoever else is in his life, right? Nephews, nieces, aunties, uncle, whoever it is, they just give, and give. You forgot about that part. Now, women, when we give and serve. We ain't giving like our money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. We ain't giving our money. But we are there when there's a need that needs to be met or a problem that needs to be solved, they're coming out their wallet and doing it. All right. So we have to make sure that we show way more gratitude. There was only one guy on the panel whose wife went above and beyond and bought him all types of stuff. Oh, so when I see the number going down, that means my life is going down. I thought it was y'all coming in and out. It's me. Oh, thank you for telling me that. Well, it was only one guy on the panel. Sorry, guys, for the Instagram. There's only one guy on the panel that his wife got him. And if you ever having trouble on it, y'all can go to YouTube and watch it live on my channel, and it won't be doing that because I'm streaming on my laptop as well. All right, so there was only one guy whose wife bought him a lot, like nice gifts and took care of him on Father's Day. The rest of them was like either they got nothing or they said they didn't want anything. One of the guys said they didn't want anything. It's all good. I just get a day off. I ain't had to do nothing for nobody. There's a thing where the guys grill on Father's Day. So now they're still serving. Like, think about it. If on Mother's Day, do you want to cook? You know what I mean? So just flip it. If all you got to do, if you learn nothing else from the Ruth the Relationship Show, is flip it. If this was you, would you like it? And if you could live and you could stay in that relationship forevermore, flipping it and putting yourself in that man's shoes or in that woman's shoes, y'all gonna have a good life together because you're gonna treat them the way you want to be treated, and that's going to be great. Because we love to treat ourselves great. Now we just gotta learn how to treat our partner great. Not worry about what they can do for us, but what we can do for them. Have that competition of outgiving each other, and you're always gonna have a happy relationship. But that is it. We talked about what men like the least, which is what? A crazy woman. What they like the most is, or what they want the most is gratitude for what they do. Okay. And from there, we're just going to keep growing. Thank you guys so much. How did you guys like the show? Leave a comment. Go on my YouTube channel. That's where it counts. Like the video. Comment on the video. Tell a friend. The information is good here. We're not beating down women. We just holding each other accountable, sister. You my sister. I'm your sister. And I've been on this journey. And I'm just saying, look, I've been digging. I've been finding the information and I've been bringing it to the community. That's what I've been doing. I've been being the ant, the relationship ant. Right? The ant has no balls, has no chief. Watch this thing from the beginning, because if you really want to know what men want, if you really desire to prepare yourself for what a man wants, so the next time somebody comes your way, or if you're in a current relationship, that you're operating on 10, you'll be good to go. All right. Thank you so much for watching today. I bless your relationship. Hey, Chuck. I bless your wait. I bless your dating life, your relationship, your marriage, your children. All right. Thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye. Good show, y'all. Good show.